And you now, girl, tune in. You know what it is.
My opinions are facts podcast.
Yeah. Straight up.
Welcome, everybody, to the night edition of My Opinions Are Facts. We're gonna get into basically a weekly recap of the NFL draft, Shannon, Sharp, and more. And hey, we see that's been dominating the headlines. Nothing else was even close to it.
Yeah.
As we know, the shocking news happened. Shannon Sharp got hit with a $50 million lawsuit with alleged Jane Doe, who claims that he, non sexual, non well, basic sexual acts that wasn't consented. So he got hit for that, and
50
just the craziness
million.
with that. Yeah, she wanted 10 million, didn't want to give it up. Now she doubled back with 50 million with the lawyer Busby. So yeah, he facing that. So, but with everything on with that, I mean, what's your opinion on that?
I mean, the whole thing is, yeah, we know what it is, the basis of it. You know, they was, I mean, had a whatever it is, domination, sex thing or whatever type of relationship they had.
Yeah,
And
role
obviously,
playing.
role playing, this and that and stuff. And then also too, they came out with text messages, voice recordings, and this and that and stuff. But basically, yeah, it's like a shakedown, whatever. But for real, at the end of the day, is she just trying to get some money, and he offered 10 million. Not to say that he did it, but still, is your volume down on your jump?
Yeah, I put on lower. They ain't gonna hear me any lower. You hear me still?
Yeah. Now it sound like I
All
was
right.
echoing. But anyway, so it was like shake him down for 50 million, even though he offered 10. Even though he had an offer, sometimes it's better to offer it out of court just to get that shit over with. Cause sometimes, paying them lawyer fees and everything else costs so much money. But at the end of the day, I mean 10 million still. I'm not giving you no 10 million. He's bugging then. Like he's bugging. You know what I mean? Giving up 10 million. I'd rather like they ain't no lawyer fees or whatever gonna be 10 million
Yeah,
at all. No, I
I
mean
don't know.
OJ probably didn't pay that much. Not 10 million. He probably paid 5 million, 4 million back then, but still though. Nah. This is civil
Shit,
court. This is not no criminal. It's not criminal. I said criminal. Criminal.
yeah. I mean, with me, I mean, all the facts are out. Like I said, it's a shakedown and all that. But at the end of the day, I blame him because
Yeah.
like you let this go on for so long. You constantly on your shows bragging about this. I pay my wage or all this other stuff, whatever. At the end of the day, it just like he was a dude that must not was getting a lot of girls or something at his age, and he free go after the easy targets, little young chicks that's in college, only fans, and he just feel like he like doing that role play. Basically, his role play was like on some old, I don't know, some slave master, the slave type thing, some weird craziness. But yeah,
Yeah,
man,
he was
you being somebody who you wasn't, and that's what happened to you. You know what I mean? Because come on, dog, like all that bragging you was doing, and boom, look at what you got. And I'm sorry, that was like a chick that we would see if we went to a bar. That's the caliber she was.
yeah.
We know people pull her without money. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't, come on, man. I think that was the
Yeah,
same
she
girl
was
probably was in that video he had months
with it.
back.
I
When he
don't
had the
know.
phone on live or whatever. And it was you could heard him talking or whatever. But the little sex thing he had on, he left his IG live on or whatever. And he claimed he
Yeah.
never used IG live before.
Yeah, he
I
was
thought it was the same
capping.
girl.
Probably was.
But like,
Because
yeah,
like
it's like
like
something.
people say they met up over 100 times.
Yeah, so this is just hey, you fell right in the same category as a lot of the other dudes. You used to come to the fame that you had. You thought you was going to, get hemmed up. You was laughing at Diddy. You laugh at this person, that person get caught and stuff. Now, like, boom, jokes on you now. No, you're not going to jail over this or nothing like that. And old girl, this is going to play out so long. She probably don't even get no money now, because now everything's out there. Why would he pay her?
Yeah,
And she's going to lose the civil suit. I
yeah.
don't see.
She
I don't
dumb
see
as
her
hell.
winning.
She was dumb as hell.
Yeah.
She should have just took that 10 million and ran off. You wanted to pay no lawyer fees. You had that 10 mil. That 10 mil was a gift, so it ain't gonna be no taxes on it.
Well, look at her age. She's what, 19, 20, 21, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you right there. You know what I mean? And then the lawyer, Buzzy, thought he had a home run hit because they doctored up the footage and whatever, and used that against him. But with all said and done, he got the money to play now with the lawyers. And how much Busby going to really press on with the issue? Because he gonna go back and appeal it if he does lose. That's another 2 years. So this is gonna be like maybe a 5 year situation. And at the
Yeah,
end, you took an L. The old girl took an L. Shannon, his reputation took a huge L.
yep. He ain't getting a
We
100 million
bounced.
no more.
No, that's out the door. That's out the door. And hey, like I said, you gotta blame yourself. Hey, there's no, oh man, they all try to take your brother down when he comes. Nah, you did that. You did that. Look what you built up. Look what you creeping with.
An
We
average chick, like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm not
we
saying she's supposed to have a BBL, but you
man,
know what
she
I
had
mean?
like
Like, come
in our
on.
world she was
Hey, I mean, you could at least get something with, you know what I mean? You talking about paying this 10 mil or whatever,
that's
you
the
couldn't
problem.
get something good like a Rihanna or, you know what I mean? Who's out there like Meg the Stallion, you know what I mean? She might do it cheaper, you know what I mean? I mean, remember, what's the name? T.I. and Tiny used to pay Black China.
See, here's the big difference right here. What a lot of people gotta realize. So with this situation, now everybody you name, they got money. They don't need no payments. So they go back to off of looks. They probably don't find him attractive to holler at him. So you know what I'm saying? He's not getting no type of
Yeah.
caliber. So you know what I mean? Like that's what that boils down to. You see, all them females got money. They don't need his bread. And they feel that,
Right.
what he has, they probably don't find him attractive. So what he had to do, go to OnlyFans, get an average chick, probably did some good tricks in the bed, and that was that. But come on, man, you got to yourself. So don't blame the other man or whoever. You did that. All that Kiki laughing on their night, what was that? Shay Nightly, whatever talk. Yeah, it's on you now. Joke's on you. You chose that.
Yeah, he's my wild. Like I said, paying like 10 million, hell nah. That still
Yeah.
bugs me. You know what I mean? Not bugs me, but like, yo, for real.
He's paid,
But
yeah,
at the
he was
same
paying
time,
her for rep. His
yeah.
reputation. His reputation meant everything to him. He never was
eh,
that big on the spotlight ever.
Nah, he also got, you know what I mean, a pass, you know what I mean, had to sell out of court with some chick he choked. Basically, what the report said, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, he choked
so
some chick at we work at Fox Sports, so they had to sell out of court with that one.
well, yeah, he didn't worry
Then
about nothing
something
about
about
that.
another one back in I think 2010. Ex girlfriend, you know what I mean? But people want to start coming out say anything because they're going to try throw in their little thing too and get something.
Yeah, he
You know
out
what I
there. So
mean? But
somebody else should be anointed podcaster of the year. He had a nice little year run with the cat, year and a half. He had a nice run now. Boom. As we always
should
do, we
stay with
move on.
Skip. Should stay with Skip.
Yeah, yeah. He felt himself. Now look at you.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
happened. You know what I mean? He felt himself. It went to Stephen A talking shit about Skip.
yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You're
That's what was whack.
you,
So yeah,
you had a little
that's
run.
yeah. So I conclude with this one. You know what I mean? Conclude with Shannon, bruh. You bit the dust. You just like everybody else, man. Well, for the most
Another
part,
one bites
you
the
ain't one of the
dust,
smart guys.
and another one, and another one.
Yeah, you're not one. You're
Another
not one
one
of the
bites the dust.
geniuses
Uh,
that excel higher. You wasn't a
Joe
genius. You know what I
Button.
mean? You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right where you need to be. So about 3 or 4 years, you can come back and bounce back. You'll never be prime timing again.
Nah.
He's not gonna be on ESPN. That's over.
Yeah, I
If
think
Fox, he could probably bounce
see.
back.
Nah, he ain't going on Fox. He
It's easy
already
to get on
remember
Fox.
left
They'll
the
forgive you. Fox forgive you. ESPN won't.
who they forgive. Remember, they had to give him a big ass paycheck.
They'll make it bands. They need the ratings. Fox is always
Why
thirsty.
would they thirsty for who? Not
They need
him.
the viewers. The viewership ain't hitting like that.
All right, so what
You
viewers
see,
gonna get
You
him?
see
What
Jordan. Oh
he
boy,
can't
the back.
carry it, okay, but he
They
can't
got a
carry
whole.
a show by he can't carry a show by himself.
No,
What show
no.
he carries by himself?
They're going to partner up with somebody. Trust, believe. There's a whole lawsuit, sexual lawsuit they got against them, and Jordan and all them are back. They're right now doing shows.
Okay, that's a different thing.
His is not criminal. Theirs is criminal in lawsuit, whatever the hell it is. Well,
They're
not
not
criminal. My
criminal.
bad. There's a sexual lawsuit just like Shannon's. All Shannon is freaky.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if they're back on, why couldn't he get back on? He'll bring a way more traction than them.
Yeah, but what? He don't need it for what?
He wants that
He
spotlight.
makes his money up.
He
He
needs
ain't
a
going
big
back.
deal.
Fox Sports don't need him.
Why don't they? I don't think their viewers are doing that good.
Okay, same things on First Take.
Oh, first they definitely don't need him. They're always gonna live. Stephen A, you know what I'm saying, holds that down. But all in all, good luck to you, Shannon. Welcome back to the regular life.
You ain't unk no more. Nah, I mean, you ain't unk no more.
Welcome back to the
We know
regular
you
side
ain't
of things,
take it.
Shannon.
We know you ain't take it, but you ain't hunk no more. Nah, I mean, wait till Dr. Umar go on this. Man, disrespecting and black man. Like,
he went on it a couple of times, so but hey,
tripping.
You'll learn. But next subject,
day.
we got what's really been dominating the headlines for the since Thursday, well Wednesday. Shedeur Sanders was finally drafted in the 5th round by the Cleveland Browns. It's almost seeing these situations is funny because it's almost like watching the nation being divided, like on politics and religion. Because then you start to find out who's on the side of Shedeur and who's the side of him. Like, oh yeah, that's why he did what he did to get to that point. So if you're a realist knows this. Cam Ward was the best quarterback in the draft. Yes, we know that. Shedeur, I think he was 2nd round. I definitely don't think he's way more worthy than 5th round. Now, some people have him up there in the 1st round, first overall pick. From what I see, the only thing I knocked on him was the competition he played. That's the only knock I really had on him. Other than that, he proved himself. But come on, man, he wasn't playing nobody for real. Because that division, the pack went down so bad. So when Colorado made that switch to go to the Big 12, try to help him get better competition. But that first Colorado y'all played in Pac-12, teams was horrible. Besides Oregon, that was the only competition they had was Oregon and USC. And you see what happened both them games, they got demolished. Them games wasn't even close. It was, you know what I mean? It wasn't even worth watching. But yeah, so he dropped to the 5th round pick. You think it was deserving?
Fuck no. Like at the end of the damn day, like, come on. He should have been up there. Like you know what I mean? I understand. He just
was he a first round
he
pick?
learned from his dad. Put it this way, he sold himself. He sold himself as a brand and this and that. He just that type. You know what I mean? Yeah, you could say, Johnny Manziel, you could say other players did this and that and stuff, but at the end of the day, just certain things that just don't fly with the NFL. And sometimes it is a skin color. So let's be real. So, you know what I mean? And you act that certain way, they're not going to, you know what I mean, be down with it. So he's, come on, like that talent, you had the best throwing percentage, completion percentage in the whole college football league. Come on now.
Wanna know why,
can, okay, doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck how you put it. I mean, he gets 400 yards easy. He'll get you minimum 3 touchdowns a game. He came from HBCU to a D1 school, regular D1 school. The play is there.
So we're in the NFL now. I know that's not going to happen. He definitely going to get
Who
4
said
games.
it's going to happen? You think Cam Ward going to do the same thing he did in college? Obviously not, because he was a loser too at the end of the day.
Here's the
I'll
difference
say
between the two.
FSU.
Here's the big difference. Now, what Scouts was looking at outside of, because I don't think it was a skin color thing. I think they just don't like nobody beating their brand. When you come as a brand, that means you're bigger than the league. And that's one thing they played that they've been doing since the beginning of time. White, black, whatever. You can't come and act like you are the league. You're going to dictate and run the league. Because, see, with the Mannings, Archie Manning not getting on TV and say nothing until the draft happened. Then he said something right then and there. But
no, he didn't. He was talking before that draft. What are you talking about?
But when he got drafted, we got drafted too. That's when he made it a thing.
No,
But the difference
was
he
didn't. Go back and look. Archie Manning was talking his shit before the draft happened.
All right, so the biggest thing with that was relationships. Now, Dion knew people in the NFL, but he didn't have relationships. 1, 2, a lot of I think they said 30 to 40% of his passes was all 10 yards, like dink and dunks. And that was a run after catch. So you had Travis Hunter getting 10 receptions, but if he catching the 10-yard pass, but his yards after his yak is turning into 30 extra yards, 40 extra yards, that adds up for both. So
still threw downfield too.
Yeah, but his arm's decent. It's not the Cam Ward style. Cam Ward.
Well, man, Kuiper said he probably had the best arm in the college football.
The best accuracy. The best accuracy. He was really accurate.
So accurate. Okay.
Accurate and big arms, two different things.
He said he had a great, he said he had a big arm. Want to go back when Mel Kiper said it like 5 different times? Yes, he did. Mel Kiper said it like 5. Yes, he did. No, he wasn't
he was tripping then. Nobody else said he had a big arm. He don't have a big arm.
Of course not. They all talk shit on him. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter what you say. If the bull gets you 400 yards easy with 3 touchdowns, and a lot of them wasn't by the goal line.
All right, big wins. Name his big wins. You have to win because winning counts.
Okay, his schedule was not built for that. You think they'll play Alabama?
Oh, here's the big teams he played. Oregon went to national championship that year.
Okay. You think they can beat Oregon?
No.
Do you think a Colorado team?
I said, what name is big wins? What are you talking about?
Okay. Name a Colorado team.
None. I said name is big wins.
Yeah, let me finish. Okay, so name me a Colorado team that could beat Oregon opposed to Miami. Miami team can sometimes get you there. We never heard nothing great really Colorado other than the what's it called? Cordell's yours. Maybe Doug Flutie.
Once again, name a big win he had.
He had that first year.
TCU. That was the only big win he had. His whole college career, only big win.
Okay.
But that team was depleted when he seen that.
So what you say? Okay, so you say it.
What I'm saying is
they got ranked from being unranked, right? So obviously he was doing something good.
They caught a stride to
They're Colorado. Who did their schedule won't be tough. They're Colorado.
Yes, it is tough. They had ranked teams. I'm trying to tell you. Oregon went to the national championship.
Okay, you just said Oregon 3 times. Let's go.
USC was bowl bound with the Heisman Trophy winner, Calvin Williams.
Okay, it was this year, not last year, but go ahead.
Well, this year they went to the backfield, so it was even tougher teams. That's why it really was losing games.
Okay.
All right, my bad. The Big 12. That's a way tougher division.
Okay.
That's why they moved there.
Why would anybody go to Colorado?
That's not the point.
Then yes, it is the point. So that means recruits.
All right, so he has no big wins. Yes, he
had no recruits like that.
They went to the big. I say he had no big wins. They went to a tougher conference. The
okay,
Big 12 was like,
yeah. Okay, but still at the end of the day, they had no team to build with. So, anyways, with their fucking shit, Miami fucking lost too. So no matter what, at the end of the day, the boys still get you 400. Okay. Once again, the boy can get you 400 yards easy, 350 to 400 yards easy with multiple touchdowns. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, whatever. That's what the stats and everything said.
How many? What's his record?
If they was so whack like that, why you pick on college football all the time?
Because that's college football. It's
Because
video game
what?
real life is two different things. Okay, but video game real life two different things. Way different. Because look how good I am on a video game. They sure the hell don't replicate that in real life. Don't even come close. So my point is, he played.
So you're telling me he's not a first rounder quarterback?
I think he's second round.
So Dart is the right pick over him.
Cam Ward definitely deserves to get picked over him.
Who said Cam Ward? I said Dart deserved to get picked over him, right?
They about the same. Dart, the reason why they like Dart a little bit more for New York Giants, two reasons. One,
man,
brothers don't get drafted.
Sell out card too.
No, two, reason why, because they see a Josh Allen in him. Whether they're right or wrong, that's main to be seen. But a Josh Allen is what they look for nowadays. Remember they killed Shedeur.
You didn't come up with that. They say one person, so you talking about this fucking Cam Ward just like Patrick Holmes because they see one play that looked like something he did. Okay.
That's what play they show you, but these dudes watch all the time and scout. So we have a Josh Allen prototype. That's what the NFL is looking for, duality. So we have duality. That's what they look for. So, for instance, Jalen Hurts don't have the greatest arm, but it's just as good. It's good enough with his mobility for him to scramble.
Okay, Shedeur had no fucking line at all. He had a scramble every goddamn day up and down.
But he's not a great scramble.
Because he's looking to pass the ball, but he had no fucking line at all. Do you have a line?
No.
Okay, then.
Like I said, Josh Dart, or I call it Josh Dart. Dart, remind people
if he was that bad, he helped turn someone to get a Heisman.
He helped. Travis Hunter was 1-on-1.
So if he just do little dump offs and that guy won the Heisman, what does that tell you?
He would get you a little 30, 40-yard passes and stuff, but it was hand in hand.
Okay, but his receiver that he had to throw to, for him to get any yards or anything, they had to throw him the ball. Right. And the guy who was catching the ball won the Heisman. So what are you telling me?
Why did he win the Heisman?
You telling me?
Let's go why he won the Heisman, though.
Yeah, he played both sides of the ball, but still, he had to do something on offense.
He wasn't the best.
He had to do something on offense.
Yeah.
Why he's number one? Why he's number 2 pick?
Because it's duality. Him doing both. They'd be like, all right, offense, all right, fucking defense. That's why he went to the Jags.
So let's just say that Shedeur just wasn't good.
No, Shedeur was good. I don't think he was number 1.
Who said he was supposed to be number 1? I said
no,
first round.
That's what they portrayed him to be. I didn't say you said that. There's people say he should have been number 1 overall quarterback. There was no way. I think now 5th round's horrible. He definitely shouldn't drop that low. I don't see how the dude from Alabama went over him because all he does is run. I don't know if they can develop him to throw a little bit, but he's not that's how I look at it. But yeah, Shedeur definitely they did him. He can't help who he is to the father. But I think the back thing they pushed themselves to be better, bigger than the brand, and that was the reason. There was another reason. They felt he was going to come in, take over, and act like he was Nike or somebody. I don't know. Now, on the opposite side, his brothers, it's seems like they're the opposite characters. Because Shiloh seems more cool, whatever, and, they shit on him at all. They ain't say he's going to get drafted, but they, you know what I'm saying? But he was a good safety to me. I definitely can get better. I think he's coachable, so yeah. That's how I look at that. But yeah, Shedeur, he definitely got played. But everybody knows how that league is, man. The NFL been like that forever. They don't care what it is. My thing is this. He's good. Cam Ward.
Who was it? Who else was in Mike Vick's draft?
I was going to bring it back to that.
All right, good. I know you probably know a little bit more than me. Peter Ward, Chris Winkie.
Yeah, and I think Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady was in that draft.
He was?
He's a bit irrelevant.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
that sound definitely right.
Now,
Nah. That's the '01 year.
Wolverines,
That's the Super Bowl
2001.
year.
Huh?
Then he went to Super Bowl in '01.
Didn't they beat the Rams?
I don't know. Ain't that the year
Yeah, the Rams went
Drew
back to back
Bledsoe?
years.
Okay,
The Rams with
what I'm
2000,
saying is,
2001.
then Drew Bledsoe got hurt in '01, and and Tom Brady took over. So you saying
Yep.
Tom Brady's rookie year?
He got drafted in 2001.
Oh, let me see.
If not 2000, I'll probably be a year off there. It was 2000, 2001, but when the Rams won the Super Bowl.
2000. That's when he got drafted.
All right,
199.
all right. So with Vic's draft, Peter Wargham, Chris Winkie, I can't really remember else. But Vic was so good because they, claimed he was whatever off the field. He was so damn good. They had no
He
choice.
wasn't Mr. Relevant. Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round, 199.
Yeah, ain't that Mr. Irrelevant?
7 rounds.
Not that. I think 199 was last person, ain't it?
Nigga, there's 7 rounds in NFL
I could have sworn he
draft.
Mr. Irrelevant, but because him and Brock Purdy, I think, was I think the two ones that hit.
Okay, there's 7 rounds in the draft.
All right, but like I said, so now Vic talent, I don't think would matter. You feel what I'm saying? If you had Vic's talent, they wouldn't. I think he would have. You know what I mean? Which neither one of him or Cam are that. They're not that good yet. They're still developing. But
Yeah,
if he was talented or had a year Vic had, I don't care what he did. They probably would still remember Atlanta moved up to get him.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Florida State fan. I thought we were gonna lose that championship. All the way, I thought we were gonna lose that championship because Mike Vick and that running back who they had, they was killing us on the ground. Yeah, they was killing us.
Like I said, now if Shedeur had that talent, he definitely wouldn't even matter. So talent has something to do with it because for one, Cam Ward just good. You know what I mean? He's taller, so you got 6'3", got a cannon for the arm, whatever. But he's just good, so he's going to develop to be better. Who knows? That's what both of the quarterbacks are. Everybody wait for next year. They said that's going to be the quarterback class, and I think that's what Pittsburgh's really trying to do at the end. Get a quarterback, so everybody shut the hell up. They ain't banking on him.
So just real side note, whatever. Metcalf, how long he got under contract?
Who? Metcalf.
Yeah, for Steelers.
It was a 5 years, 100 million or something like that. 4 years, 100 million.
Know. But even if so, they're probably gonna hit him with the franchise tag anyway. So they go waste the season. Know what I mean?
Yeah, so they're gonna double back next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the double back. So but now should have Pittsburgh picked him at 21? I think him or Dart, one of them, they should have got either one of those.
Well, I've been saying I like Dart, I ain't gonna lie, but I got Shedeur way before.
Yeah, they could have did with Shedeur, but like I said, I think that was more. I don't think that was Tomlin. That was more the front office, and the Rooney was in that. The Rooney was in that room, so they're going. Rooney's like, "Hey, this is who you're going to get. We don't care." Yep. They're calling shots.
Yeah, because now, I mean, they brought him in for a reason. Now, what I'm saying that is, y'all brought him in to talk to him. Both sides, Shedeur and Tomlin, said it was a great interview. So from saying that, y'all didn't even draft him, and he got drafted in the 5th round. Like, that don't sound right. Like, there was some blackballing going there. Y'all both, Shedeur and, like I said, Mike Tomlin, the Steelers, saying, all right, he gonna go there. Even he didn't go there, he could have made it to the 3rd round, but he didn't. He got drafted by someone else in the 5th round.
The owners didn't want him. That's what it boils down to. Because, all right, so this is why I say, I hate to say it, now people are searching for dual quarterbacks. Like, that's what they want. And Shedeur didn't have a chance, no line or whatever. He had no chance to show durability or mobility, I mean. He couldn't show that part. So I don't know if he got it or not. I'm not sure. But see, now this is why when they went for, like Cam Ward, he's able to probably get you like 8 yards. He ain't going to break out and get you an 80-yard run. But they comment he can get you that run. Plus also, too, Shedeur 6'1", that is short for a quarterback.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
requires
Nah.
that requires, huh?
Nah, you definitely right.
So that requires him to do what? Roll out, roll out, roll out. There's a lot of rollout plays. And
Roll
after a
out.
while,
Roll out.
someone's
Nah,
gonna
my bad.
roll out after a while. You're like, all right, man, let's we gotta figure out something. We can't keep rolling out all the time. Because after a while, that's putting pressure on your left tackle. Constantly coming back, protection, pass protect to Yummy because rolling out. So all them things they did, and like I said, also the other fact is, yes, they hated that he came in with his dad. They didn't want to deal with his dad. They don't want to
Yeah.
deal with the
But it's not
you
only
deal with
that,
you,
his
gotta deal with
dad
you.
his dad beat them in '94 in the Super Bowl.
That yeah, they probably grudge at that. But even more,
Nah, just yeah.
yeah, but even more, they were like, damn, we gotta do it all the time. And the only thing I feel what Dion shouldn't do, yeah, LeVar Ball was different because it was NBA, it was basketball. But football, Dion had to pump the brakes. And I hope he pumps the brakes for him. I hope he can't go out and go crazy because then it's like, okay, you got to be adult because we chastised LeBron doing that with Bronny. So we can't make it different because it's Dion and Shedeur. He got, you know what I mean? You can't do that. You gotta let him be a man now. So, that's how I look on that. And yeah, he got black. I mean, yeah, we know second, he should have been first off the board in the second. Who had the first pick? I think Cleveland did the second round first pick. Not they had the second. He should have been off the board
Yes.
then. He should have been gone. Like the Dart situation, yeah, people mad about the Giants, but I'm like, well, I know how the Giants like because they love what's the face? Danny Dimes. He was a bum, but he could run. And they love that part about it. He just couldn't throw the ball to save his life. But they like the scrambling factor. They figure with neighbors and that running back they got, they can kind of make it happen with with that type of play. So I don't know. But I
Yeah.
think Shadeur's gonna I think he's gonna do good in the NFL. Like I said, I'm just concerned about his height.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's kind of short, but we still got quarterbacks that height. So hey,
I'm trying to think.
Giants
You
got
got Kyle Murray.
Hey, Kyle Murray. Look at Russell.
Yeah, look at Russell. Look what he been doing. He be getting bounced around everywhere lately.
Hey,
Because
he still got
when the
that.
league
He's still getting
changed,
that big money.
yeah, when the league changed, it kind of changed on him.
I mean, there was he caught the miss of the big
Yeah. He's like in the break when it
6'4",
start.
6'5", 6'6" quarterbacks. Big Ben was 6'6", Brady 6'5". You know what I mean? You been had tall quarterbacks before him. It's just
But the
hey,
linemen's
he was
getting
just
taller
good.
now. The linemen's at 6'7" now, 6'8".
I'll give you that one. Drew Brees 6 foot. This truth being told, they're probably 5'11".
Yeah. So, but he came in that wave to where a lot of line was 6'4". Your guards was six. Your center was like 6'1", 6'2". Everybody was
Fat as
shorter.
hell.
Yeah. Now these dudes are 6'7", and they're not even fat no more like that.
Shit, linebackers the same heights, 6'7",
6'3", yeah, 6'3", 6'4".
6'7"
Linebackers
now.
Defensive ends are 6'7" now.
Yeah, that's
Average.
what I meant.
Back then, it used to be just Julius Peppers and I forget the other guy's name. Now they're all that, and they faster. They run like
Four
like
fours.
receivers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4 4s and shit.
yeah. So that's why I said we got hopefully Shedeur gets better mobility or we can finally got it because that's what's gonna come around them ends, and we know he with the Browns. I don't know what their pass protection is like, but good luck. He go out to do some scrambling there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's say, yeah, that being said, like, I know
Shiloh getting drafted. He got not drafted, but unsigned.
So,
undrafted.
yeah.
You got signed to Tampa Bay and stuff. Child for that and stuff. So what else be going on? Kanye West. Mr. West.
I don't know. You like to talk about dude. I really got no. To me, this is how I put with him. He's somebody where now to give him attention, he knows where he gets his attention from. That's where he just say anything. And it's to the point like, yo, whoever's it's corny now. So like for me to even get this man much attention is not even because he just say anything. It's when it becomes anything now, it's corny because it's anything. Because I'll be real with you, that last shit said about cousin, that's whack. That's corny. Who even knows it's true?
Right.
That's how I am with him now. And he's blurring out Kendrick. Like, you're so jealous because every week you try to be the most relevant guy. Something else stomps you. This week, Shannon Sharp, Shedeur took over what the hell you've been saying about your cousin. So, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Every week he gets stomped by something. Every time he try to come with some outlandish shit, something else happens that's bigger than him. Yeah, like every week something happens bigger than him, and every week he fucking loses. He loses every week because he's not the main story, so he has to come with something else weirder to try to be the main
yeah.
talk. It ain't
It's
worked
funny
yet.
because the week before is Kim this and that, Paris Hilton, you know what I mean, Shaq Paris Hilton because Kim was her secretary. Then his mom is a lesbian, was a lesbian, this and that. Like, why would we need to know that information for? Like, what the really? Like, I think a person like him, like, yeah, he's somewhat mentally challenged now, but also
No, he's
too,
not.
like, it's
That's
more.
another thing.
No, no, no. I know that. I mean, there's somewhat for to be like that. There is some mental problem, but it's not fully because I'm crazy, not crazy, but like whatever. It's because I want to be the best rapper again, and you can't be. You know what I mean? And he don't understand that we can't with your music, we accept you from your music when you made then, not now because you're you're different now. And let alone the things you talk about, let's just say before you got to the way you is now, like your lifestyle, we can't comprehend. You know what I mean? Spaceship and this and that from the first Kanye album all the way up to I don't know the Good Life album, Twisted Dark Fantasy, all that. But all these last albums, Donda, we try to take you for the artistry, but really at the end of the day, we don't feel you're pure. You just all this you talking about is
See, here we go.
crazy
This
work.
why this why he's irrelevant. Because you know what we all keep talking about when it comes to him? His old goddamn music. We talk about the artistry he is, artistry, whatever. We're talking about the same thing with him all the time.
Over, yeah.
Over and over. Because you know why? There's nothing else to talk about with him. We want to talk about his with his cousin and all that. That's really nothing to talk about. Why think that story got wiped? Like, boom, get out of here. Let's get to the Shannon situation. Because no one
Yup.
care about that. And I've been around crazy people. Crazy people don't think. And crazy people get physical. He's not
Yeah.
crazy. He's just a whiny little kid that sits there. I want attention. I want attention. What can I do to get attention? That's all he does. He's not crazy. He's not mentally crazy. He thinks right. He thinks rational. That's why he said what he said. He calculates what he does to try to get people in, but he don't know what's coming from left field. And like I said, every week he been trying to do it for how long? He been stomped out by somebody else every week about something that's newsworthy. But he does not newsworthy. With the same people in college basketball
At
talk about,
all.
oh, I say about that kid in Paris. That's all. That's when people talking about this. He can talk about for 2 hours, then boom, all right, get out of here. Back to Shannon. He got new allegations. He got this coming up. This is what's happening with him. The Kendrick is every time he does something, there's a better story. Because why? He's irrelevant. So the stories don't matter until you first see it, and then you're done after 5 minutes. Kendrick sucks as a rapper. Okay. Oh, he said. Now you're on to the next one. You don't care no more. That's
Yeah,
where I'm just
musically,
tired of the dude.
yeah, I think you know what I mean. After so long, people try to stand up for him. Like you can't stand up for this guy
No,
no
we're
more.
done. F
We're
him.
done
F his music. Tired of that dude.
because
Like
he
real
don't even care
talk.
about himself. He don't care
He
about his
don't.
own
He's
self.
corny, man. He's
Yeah, he mad
corny.
cool. Yeah,
He
I
just want to
say,
be.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo,
I'm a.
you're corny. Your whole
If you
style
watch,
is. I don't care.
you know, I'm a day one Kanye,
Yeah,
and I can't.
that's
Nah,
everybody's problem. Everybody's his day one fan, and they think it's gonna be with a
not
college
no
dropout
more.
every time he speaks. Everybody hoping for college dropout. That's 21 years ago. It's not coming back. He's not coming back. Why? Because he loved what he did. He loved how he lived. Yes, he's braggadocious, but it's in a good way. After 2010, this dude forced himself to be with Kim Kardashian. Because I think he hated on Reggie Bush, somebody, wherever the hell he had. He forced himself to be with her. He made sure he found a way to have kids with her and all this stuff. She fell for it. Because she was chasing that same fame too.
Mm-hmm.
So they got together and then she thought he was gonna stick around. He got more thirsty. They got bigger than him. He had to go away. The Kardashians became bigger than Kanye. He had to
Yeah,
move away. Like
Definitely did.
Dude, just man, nah, f him, f his music. Yeah, I'll bang because it sounds good. But other than that, man, he's not crazy, y'all. He's trying to find a story that's going to stick more than 2 hours because nobody's
That's true.
potting about him. Guess what everybody potting about today? Shedeur, Shannon. He's the leftover scraps. This is our dessert right here. He's like the little shit on the side. You just like, oh man, I still got taste for something, and you just scoop it up off your plate. That's what Kanye is right now. He's the crumbs of the things now. He's not the main. Dude will never be the main
I
again.
I don't know why people even be around him. Like someone like that, bro. I can't be around you.
They're
Like you're
nerds,
weird as
man.
hell.
I can say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They're
Like
nerds. They're weirdos. They're clowns. They're clowns. Because see, now we're in a world where people don't know how to separate the two. They think being real is being the weirdo and the clown. Like you're really sitting around. He was with that kid the other day. What did he say? Something about I don't know what he was talking about, but he was outside, whatever. And I'm like, yo, damn, these dudes are corny. Like, yo, they're really just yeah, Kanye. I'm like, yo, you know what he needs? He needs one of them older dudes just look at him, just punch him in the chest. One, old school like you have Uncle Smith like boom, punch you in the chest. Man, get your wet man, snap back to reality. That's what he needs. He needs punch in the chest for something. By an old head, by an unk, by some unk. Somebody's unk need to punch him in the chest and snap him back to like, yo, man, get out of here. You know what I mean? Because like I said, if he was crazy, he'd become physical. He's not crazy because he don't do no physical type of things. He'll talk smack about people on the keyboard, but never get physical with nobody. Because dude's not crazy, man. He's just a whiny, spoiled person that wants attention. Damn, they got me worked up.
well, shit. We'll just end it with that. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, we back to the pick. Yo,
Oh,
niggas ready.
man.
Motherfuckers ready to jump on call.
I've been wanting to talk about him for a minute, man. I'm tired of that dude, man. And anybody, look, the music's the music to separate, like we separate the R. Kelly type shit, whatever. I like the music. We leave off R. Kelly. I tell you, people like, hey, what? But you know what I mean? But I separate the music from the person. As a person, he's whack. But yeah, we're going on that note, y'all. Appreciate the love, everybody joining in, tapping with my opinions of facts. Yeah, we're back at us. You can catch some of our night sessions, that we'll have coming up. Of course, the daily with the picks in MLB, NBA that's coming up tomorrow. So we'll have you with them picks for you. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you joining us. We are back full effect. My opinions are facts. Sincerely yours. It's Izzy Gets Busy and all that other. Make sure you follow us on all platforms, all apps, Instagram, Facebook, and so on and so on. Peace.
My opinions are flex.